guys, what's up? So I was asked how I do my reaction videos, like what my setup is and things like that. So I figured I would show you guys. So basically, this is my office, and well, mine and my wife's office. She uses it a little more than I do. But if we look at how I have this set up, I literally just have the ring light set up, shining over on the chair, and I have a small tripod sitting on the desk, and then I have my iPad, and it's sitting up on a box. One of my subscribers had mentioned to me, hey, you should put your your monitor or what you're watching it on just underneath where your camera would go. And so I just kind of set it on a box to bring the screen kind of like just below where the camera would sit in the tripod. And I have my headphones on there. And then on the tripod, you can see I have a cell phone adapter. So literally that's it, guys. I put my, I have an iPhone 10X Plus, I think is what it is. And I put that inside the tripod, and I use my cell phone to videotape me. And then on my tablet, I just screen record whatever it is that I'm reacting to. So that gives me two video files. It gives me a screen recording that has the audio recorded inside of the screen recording, and then it gives me the video of myself reacting to the video. And then all I do is I airdrop the video from my phone over onto my tablet. And then once I have both video files, the screen recording and the recording from my phone on my tablet, I just take both of those videos over into LumaFusion, which is the editing software that I use, and I start the editing process from there. But very simple setup, just a ring light, a little small $20 tripod, my iPad sitting up on a box so that the iPad is just underneath the camera, and I just use my iPhone as my camera, and everything else happens back in the editing software. And I'll make another part to this video where I show you how I go about editing the footage. And that's it as far as the setup goes. Really simple, really inexpensive setup, but works well for what I'm using it for. I'll see you guys on the next part.
Okay guys, so I've literally never done this before, but I'm going to give this a shot. And what I'm talking about is I was asked if I could do a video on how I create my reaction video. So earlier in this video, you saw my basic setup, a very inexpensive setup that you can use to do reaction videos. And now I actually have my tablet, which is what I edit all my videos on, screen recording, and there should be a little blue dot that shows up everywhere that I touch the screen. So hopefully this is going to be able to work. If not, I'll actually shoot a video, like videotape me doing it on the iPad and put it up later. But we're going to try this first. So the app that I use is called LumaFusion. And once we're in here, these are projects down here on the bottom that I've already started working on. So we're going to leave those alone, and we're going to hit the little, at the bottom left hand corner, you'll see a square with a plus in it. We're going to hit that. I don't worry about naming them. You can if you want. You could name it whatever you want to name it. You could change the frame rate or change the landscape, however you want to do it. I'm going to leave it just how it is. I'm going to hit the little square with the plus sign in it again. This is going to open up a whole new project. So the first thing I got to do is the intro video that I had made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to all photos and videos. I'm going to go back. I'm going to come down to recently added because it still should be in there. And it should be this one right here. Yep. So this is going to pull up my intro video that I made. So just underneath where you see the black screen at, this area here, I'm going to come down to the bottom where you see this little arrow and that's just going to drop that right down in the track where I want it to be at. And everything is just touch and move on this on LumaFusion, which is what I like. So you can just touch and scroll through here. You can see over here we actually have 3 layers showing that we can put on here, but you can put more than 3 layers. It just won't show up until, like, if we put another video here, it'll pull up another layer and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we are going to edit some reactions I did earlier. So I'm going to come back over here to my recently added folder, and this, I'm going to click on this one. Okay, so this is going to pull up a reaction that we just did a little while ago. So what I'm going to do, and you can do this 2 ways. This little yellow square right here, you can trim the track up here, or you can just drop it down here and then trim it up. So I usually just drop it down here just because it's a little easier, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll back until I find the stopping point I want right here. That's fine. I'm going to click on this little scissors icon right below this blue dot. So boom, that's going to cut the track, and then I just delete the part that I don't need. Then I'm going to come all the way back to the beginning of where my intro video runs into this one, and same thing. I'm going to scroll through till I find my starting part. I'm messing with my hair, trying to get it fixed up, which it doesn't get fixed up. So right here is where I start talking. So let's go right about here. We're going to cut it, and now I'm going to delete everything to the left because that's what I don't need. So now I have my intro video that runs right into the first layer of video here. So I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to hit this little like clover flower looking symbol right here. That's going to take me back over here. I'm going to go to transitions. I'm going to click on the flash transition. This is the one I normally use. And I'm just going to drag it down right in between those 2 videos. So now when this plays through, you'll see a flash. Boom.
What's up, guys? Jake.
So it goes in there. So we have our intro video. We have our transition into our reaction video here. Great pause face. So I'm going to come back to my recently added. And now what I do is, if you guys notice, if you watch any of my reactions, you'll see that right before I hit play on any video, I get silent, and then I say the word boom. And the reason I do that is because you say boom or go. I think in this video I said go. Let's see.
Go.
Yeah, I said go. I'll say boom or go, but you'll see that right here on the track there's a spike. So it's like it's quiet through this little section here, and then there's this spike right here. That spike lets me know that's where I need to line up the track that's going to layer on top of this. So we did a reaction to a Mises song. So now what I'm going to do is, this is where I like to use this little yellow bar. So I'm going to come here until I see that play button turn from play to showing a pause. That indicates that I touched that play button. And now what I'm going to do is, now that I have that yellow bar moved over to where I want it to be, I'm just going to bring this track down right on top on that second layer. Now obviously I don't want the music video to take up the whole screen, so I'm going to double click on this actual track right here. I'm going to double click on it. Whoops, go back, didn't mean to triple click. Double click, and it's going to pull me up here. Now down here on the bottom you'll see frame and fit. This is what I want to click on, is frame and fit. And now I'm just going to pinch and make it smaller. And once I get it to the size that I want it to be, I'm going to drag it over here into the corner, and we'll make it a little bit bigger. I want people to see my boy Mises here. So I'm going to pull that until it's even on the white lines. Right about there. So now I have these layered tracks. I have the music video, which is up top. I have my video on my camera, which is on the bottom, and the music video, I've shrunk it down to fit just inside that corner. So now let's see if the audio of me saying go lines up with play.
Go.
Lines up pretty well. So now what I want to do is just to clean up the video of me, I'm going to double click on it. Now, instead of going to frame and fit, which is down here in this bottom left hand corner, I'm going to go to the bottom right hand corner where it says color and effects. And what I like to do, just to kind of drown out some of that white, is I just like to come over here and I put a little vignette on it, just to kind of drown out some of that white in the background. And then over here I have a bunch of saved, these are called LUTs. So basically you can click on each one of these and it's like pre-saved color, sharpness, contrast, adjustments, all that good stuff. And you can like scroll through here and you can play with it, and it basically just kind of changes up the colors. Normally I'll go with like the northern sky one, or when I'm reacting in the room that I'm reacting in. But you can go through here and you can play around with it. You can do like a custom thing if you wanted to. It's all your colors and effects. And so now we have the vignette on here. We have the color cleaned up a little bit using one of the LUTs. We go back here to the beginning of our track. We have the intro, which flashes transition into the actual video. This is me rambling and talking like I normally do. And then as I get down here, the track will pop up. And then what will happen is I can now go back down to the track of me. And because I used headphones, I can actually raise this volume up a little bit because I don't have an external mic. So I can raise the volume up slightly so that now when the music's playing, the volume that you're hearing of the music is an internal track from the screen recording of the music video. And then the audio from me is its own separate track. So the tracks aren't competing with each other. They're working together. Now, how I did this, right, was I screen recorded the music video that I was reacting to on my iPad. So as my iPad is screen recording the music video, my cell phone is what was videotaping me. So then what I do is I airdrop the video of me reacting. I airdrop that to my tablet so that now I have both video files sitting over here inside my tablet so that when I open LumaFusion, I can get both videos. And then I just layer them. And so we come through and like we can hit play.
Go.
So now
I got a statement to
the
make.
video is going to play. I was just making sure that it was still screen recording. And that's pretty much it, guys. So once I have this layered, once I have it all synchronized to make sure that the audio lines up from each track, then it would be ready to export. And all I would do is come down to the very bottom right hand corner. You'll see a square with an upward facing arrow. Share and export. I would hit movie. I would hit 2 photos. And then all I would do is hit the square with the upwards arrow right here, and it would export it. And of course you can change whatever settings you want to change in it, and then you could export it. This is normally what I just export at, right? 30 frames per second, 1080p quality with the video quality. I just export it just how you see it right here, and then that's it. And once it's exported, then it's going to be in your photos folder on your tablet, and then you could literally just upload it to YouTube from your tablet. And that's pretty much how all the reactions go. Some of them are easier to line the audio up than others, but it can be as difficult of a process or as simple of a process as you want it to be. So for the most part, this is a very cost-effective way of doing reaction videos, because literally I have a $20 tripod. That ring light, I don't remember how much it was. I've had it for a long time, but you can pick up ring lights for pretty cheap. I have my iPad, which is screen recording the music that I'm reacting to or whatever video I'm reacting to, and it has LumaFusion on it. And then I'm using my cell phone to video myself, and then I'm just airdropping the video I videoed of myself from my cell phone to my tablet. Then both of these video files will be on the tablet. I open LumaFusion. LumaFusion opens everything up that I have in my photos. I pull the 2 tracks over, I layer them, and that's it, guys. It's fairly easy when you're keeping your videos simple. Now, transitions, all kinds of different effects can be put in these videos. Like for instance, the intro video. So this intro video that I made, this literally took me an hour and a half to make this little 16-second video clip right here, because of the animations that I put in there of the different videos dropping down like they did, and having 3 different video files all play within the area that I wanted them to play within. So that takes a while. The fancier you get, the longer you're going to be in here editing. The more simple you keep it, you won't have to spend a whole lot of time editing. And if you have the LUTs already, it saves you a lot of time of having to play around with your color and everything else. So that's it, guys. I hope this helps you guys out. If you have any more questions, ask me. And I hope that this video ends up being helpful for anybody who's wanting to do reaction videos or just videos in general. So I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.